Smokes inside of Counter-Strike 2 are completely busted, and today I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know in order to abuse the new meta that is coming around this one grenade. I'm going to teach you every tip and trick you need to know, and we're going to make sure that you are not behind and you can take advantage of this broken mechanic inside of CS2. Before we get into that, I wanted to give you guys a bit of a background so you know I know what I'm talking about. I'm CoJoMo. If you don't know, I'm on Team USA right now. I play at a professional level for Counter-Strike 2, played across the world for this game, and I just want to give you all of my knowledge and experience from the 14,000 hours I have inside this game. So guys, the first thing I want to do is I want to get right into this. One of the best things you can do with smokes right now is use them as a way to edge mollies. Now, what does this mean? It means that when the CTs are throwing, or anyone's throwing a molly, if it lands properly wherever it is, you can throw smokes and sit on the outside of the smoke and not get burnt by it, right? So I love throwing this specific smoke on Dust 2 because if players come out here, they try to molly, and if they throw a good molly, one, it'll put it out, but two, no matter what they're throwing, with this smoke grenade, it allows you to edge the smoke and get the freest kills of your life. Have your teammates rain flashes over you while you do this, and you will literally find so much success. You can bob in and out depending on if you get flashed off too. It's just literally one of the best things that you can do right now with smoke grenade. And you can do this across the map anywhere. Wherever there's a molly and a smoke, you can take advantage of this mechanic, right? Doesn't matter where it is, right? You can do this. Okay, well, as I burned to death, right? But just feel it out a little bit. Like I said, get comfortable with them. On Dust 2, long is your best friend for that. You might be able to do it over here in tunnels with, if they ever molly you out or smoke you or something. But each map has, different benefits and disadvantages. But Dust 2 definitely long is your go-to for edging the smoke molly combo. But guys, before we get into the rest of the video, I do have to give you a message about Counter-Strike 2 skins. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Okay, so let's talk about another extremely useful way to use smokes, right? We can use them as ways to lurk out. Now, one of the things my teammates just did in a recent match was he used a lurk smoke here in tons and let it sit up there, right? And from the other team's perspective, they're like, dude, he could pop out anywhere here. And what he did is he waited for his teammates who were splitting through mid to go through doors and window. And while they were going through, he slipped through the outside of the smoke and started shooting the guy that was sitting back plat or back here in this position, waiting for the people that are splitting him. When you're able to throw a lurk smoke out, it gives you so much threat and so much, ability to extremely sneaky and lurky, right? Lurk smokes are great too. When the other team is giving you information, say we know there is one guy on B site, right? And we hear him we hear him make a step. That is our green flag to go through the left side of the smoke and start lurking on him because we know he's car. The beauty of these lurk smokes is they give you so many different possibilities and ways to take advantage of them, right? One of my favorite things to do with any sort of lurk smoke or thing like this, it could be mid to B, it could be a long corner smoke here. Doesn't matter what it is. If I'm ever lurking out, and obviously we're gonna have a rifle if we do this, you don't want to be lurking with an op usually, is if I hear the CT start spamming from this position, like he's coming out here, maybe he's not spamming, but he's making noise, whatever it is, sometimes what I'll do is I'll hug the smoke, given that we're not gonna get spotted from A site, and while that guy's making all that noise, all that stuff, we make a calculated risk to go through the left side of the smoke. And sometimes you can pull up your radar, you can make your radar bigger while you do this, and then boom, we get behind him. These smokes essentially create temporary walls, but they're walls that we can go through, right? We can't see anyone behind it, but we can go through it, and it's so easy to catch the best timings on your opponents, and they're gonna get so mad. They're gonna think you're cheating when you start doing this, right? And guys, you also have to realize, we did this in one of our matches recently, and it was beautiful. One of the metas that you can do is, guys, smokes give off fake information, right? So one, they don't know what's going on, right? We're smoked off cross here. We can walk up long and get on the site like this, but if we walk all the way here and get into a position like this, as the smoke is fading, as it's gone, you can find so much value because they're not going to expect you to be in a position like this without having been activated, right? So once that smoke fades, we just stand right here and then, you know, give it 8, 9, 10 more seconds and boom, we pop out and we start farming, we start fragging. That is one of the best things you can do with these smokes, is take advantage of that fake information, right? That fake info. Same thing with a mid to B smoke. Maybe you throw a mid to B smoke, you know, you're prodding out here, you don't see anything, you're like, oh dude, the B guys aren't even looking at me. Then you just get yourself stuck into a position like this. Give it 15 more seconds when the smoke fades. The A guys are like, oh dude, I don't see anybody mid to B. Nobody must be there, right? In one of the games I played recently, I came out on the B site here and I knew it was an A stack. So what I did is I dropped the smoke down here doors and ran through. So the CTs, they hear that, oh guys, they just smoked B site. I literally swung 2 guys in CT that had their knife out because they just weren't ready. They're just like, they just now smoked B. There's no way he can be through. But because I made this aggressive play with the fake information with the smoke, it is so valuable. Now guys, another thing you have to be good at is spamming through smokes. One of the best things you can do is understand that if you spam around the edges of smokes, and I'll put one out here in the open so it's easier to understand. If you spam around the edges of smokes, do you see how you can see through the smoke? More and more the more you spam the edges. Guys, take advantage of this. When you're spamming, you should try to be looking through the smoke too as you're doing this to see if you spot anybody. I've gotten so many smoke spam kills because I start spamming, I see him, and then I adjust my spray to where the guy was, right? Too many players are just mindlessly spamming through these smokes, not understanding that, hey, we can see them if they're behind it. You can see a glimpse of them and you can spot out their leg, you can spot out their model, and it is so much easier than in CSGO. You obviously couldn't in CSGO, you just had to hope that you got lucky, right? One thing I don't want you guys to do is phase through smokes, right? In CS2, the way the volumetric smokes work, it's not worth it in this game to ever try to phase through them like this. Going like this is always going to give the opponent the advantage. So when you don't have to do that, don't do it, right? If you're not forced to walk through a smoke, don't walk through it because they are going to see you so much faster. They'll see you when you're here and you won't be able to see anything, right? From your perspective, it's a gray screen. From theirs, you look like an idiot. So definitely don't do that kind of stuff. And lastly, guys, use smokes defensively to create those fake barriers. If I'm a CT and the other team is scaling up cat, guys, you can drop a smoke down in front of yourself here and spam the edges of the smoke to create those little gaps and harass the other team. You spam that side, you walk around here, and now you pop out on this side, right? Same thing if the T side is scaling up long on you. One of the most common things players will do is they'll just drop a smoke down in the middle of site, and then they'll use the other side of the smoke, right? Ignore this one. They'll use this side of the smoke to sit around here and change the angles and also get on top of the boxes and, you know, be a pain to deal with, right? These defensive smokes are so valuable, and it's just something that people aren't understanding, right? So these are ways that you can use smokes to your advantage. I'm sorry if I, you know, didn't give you guys the cleanest video today. It's been a while since I've recorded one, so appreciate all of the support, but I just wanted to drop in with a few little tips, tricks, and just let you guys know I appreciate every single one of you. I hope that you guys all get better. If you want to support me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I recommend checking out some of the other videos on this channel. I'm going to be busy playing CS these next weeks, so uploads might be a little more sporadic, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my hardest to work hard for you guys and get you guys the knowledge you deserve. So appreciate every single one of you. I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.